In the hallowed ancient halls of the world's most brutal Shaolin school, a legend was forged. In its ultimate test, the wooden death battle claimed 99% of aspirants. Only the truly exceptional, the 1%, earned the right to graduate as a revered warrior. Feng Shu, a prodigy in this unforgiving crucible, stood on the precipice, preparing to face an army of wooden puppets, each controlled by masters who had dedicated decades to their craft. His confidence, though immense, was soon shaken as the initial, deceptively simple attacks revealed a third puppet, a masterstroke of misdirection, landing a blow that would fell lesser men. But Shiyu was no ordinary student. With a defiant stomp, his robe rippled, and his skin began to radiate a formidable copper-like glow. The legendary copper skin technique, an advanced art he had mastered at an astonishingly young age. He systematically dismantled the puppets, only for them to merge into a monstrous, unified form, a challenge that demanded intellect over brute force. Observing their movements, Shu identified the control strings, a weakness to exploit, and with a swift, calculated pull, he brought down their handlers, leaving the colossal puppet inert, securing his graduation with unparalleled honor. Yet true honor was a rarity outside the school walls. As the city groaned under the iron fist of Lao, a corrupt official who had embezzled 5 million yuan from the city's treasury. To bury his monumental fraud, Lao ruthlessly eliminated his accomplice and their entire family, aided by his chillingly efficient right-hand man, Ming. No witness, no evidence, no truth. Or so he thought. A meticulously kept ledger detailing every illicit transaction had vanished, and its recovery before it reached the emperor's hands was paramount, for exposure meant certain execution. Meanwhile, Shu returned to his vibrant hometown, reuniting with his mischievous childhood friend, Han, and their mutual acquaintance, Rong. Unbeknownst to them, a subtle love triangle simmered, with Rong harboring feelings for Shu, and Han secretly pining for Rong. Their reunion was cut short when they stumbled upon Bear Paw, monstrous enforcer in Lao's employ, brutalizing a smaller man. Shu ever the protector intervened, sending the victim fleeing and initiating a fierce skirmish with Paw. Recognizing Shi's formidable warrior skills, Paw eventually disengaged, fleeing on horseback with Shiyu in hot pursuit. Their market square confrontation was dramatically interrupted by Shi's mother, herself a formidable fighter, allowing Paw to escape. Caught lying about his whereabouts, Shi found himself under house arrest, a confinement he quickly defied. Sneaking out for clothes, he encountered the beautiful Ting mid-dress change, her scream bringing soldiers who were searching for her. Xue, a quick-witted savior, misdirected them, earning Ting's gratitude and, unfortunately, Rong's burning jealousy as Shi and Han arrived. Rong, misinterpreting the scene, fled, with Shu in pursuit, dragging Ting along to clarify the misunderstanding. Elsewhere, Han was shown a sketch by an agent of a wealthy businessman named Tiger, who seemed to be hunting Rong's father. Han, recognizing Rong's father, but concealing the truth, rushed to warn Rong. Rong, feigning nonchalance, assured Han her father was safe in another town. However, the moment Han departed, her facade crumbled. From a hidden chest, she produced the very ledger Lao desperately sought, revealing her father as its original custodian. A man whose truth could shatter Lao's reign, making them both targets of the corrupt official's relentless hunt. The next morning, Shu and Ting arrived at Rong's house to mend fences, only to find a frantic Han announcing Rong's disappearance, attributing it to Tiger. Shu immediately confronted Tiger at a public challenge, the crowd battle. Shu easily defeated Tiger, who, to Shu's surprise, heartily accepted defeat and declared Shu his son-in-law. Revealing the challenge was a quest to find a husband for his daughter. Tiger genuinely knew nothing of Rong's whereabouts, so she, wary of an arranged marriage, fled. Later, Rong reappeared at her home, unharmed, denying any kidnapping, but refusing to elaborate on her absence. She presented Shu with a sculpture of him she had crafted, stirring Han's barely concealed jealousy. As Shu and Ting journeyed home, Tiger's men surrounded them. Tiger demanded to know Ting's whereabouts for the past 3 days. and in that moment, Shu realized Ting was Tiger's daughter, his unwitting betrothed. Tiger also confessed he was merely following a court order from Lao to find Rong's father, solidifying Shu's dread. Rong was in grave danger, no late. Ming had already found Rong and her father, holding them captive, demanding the ledger's location. Rong's father, unwavering, refused to betray the truth, prompting Ming to threaten Rong's life. In a heart-wrenching act of sacrifice, Rong's father took his own life to spare his daughter. Shu burst in, a whirlwind of furious kicks and punches. But Ming, using Rong as a shield, escaped with his men, leaving Shu with the tragic realization of his failure. Lao, infuriated by Ming's blunder, ordered Pa and his father, who, to hunt Shu and retrieve the ledger at any cost. Pa, though resentful of Lao, obeyed for his father's sake. A letter addressed to Eastwood arrived for Shu, offering Rong's life for the ledger. Shu met Ming Hu and Pa under the cloak of night, seemingly handing over the ledger without resistance. But Ming quickly discovered it was a fake, igniting a fierce battle between Pa and Shu. Their strengths were matched until Hu, in a desperate act, threw poisonous powder into Shu's face, weakening him. Pa ordered to deliver the killing blow, instead prioritized his injured father, allowing Ming to plan Shu's demise. But Tiger intervened, saving Shu, forcing Ming and his remaining soldiers to retreat. Back home, Shu soaked in a herbal bath to combat the poison's insidious effects. Meanwhile, Ming gave Pa a final deadly ultimatum: kill Shu to atone for his previous defiance. Pa, devastated but determined, went to plan his move, leaving Hu with Ming. Ming subtly manipulated Hu, applying consequences for future distractions, and Hu, understanding the veiled threat, made a grave decision. Shu, idly examining Rong's sculpture, accidentally pressed a hidden button, revealing the true ledger concealed within. He could now save Rong, but at the cost of letting Lao's corruption continue. A letter from Pa arrived, summoning Shu. They met in a field, a furious, desperate duel ensuing. Pa fought with everything he had, but Shu again overpowered him. As Shu prepared a final lethal strike, he hesitated, remembering Pa's earlier act of mercy. Lives exchanged, their debt was settled. Pa returned home to a horrific scene. Hu, unconscious, a poison pot clutched in his hand, a tragic victim of Ming's cruel manipulation. Han, driven by desperation, stormed Lao's residence, offering the ledger for Rong's freedom. Rong was brought out, visibly tortured, her body bearing the cruel marks of imprisonment. As Han moved to exchange the ledger, Shu arrived, shoving Ming back. Tiger and Shu's mother joined the fray, engaging Lao's forces while Shu confronted the corrupt official himself. For the first time, Shu faced an opponent stronger than himself. Lao, with bones of iron, shattered Shu's copper skin. As Shu teetered on the brink of death, Rong, in a final act of love and defiance, shielded him, taking the fatal knife herself. A grief-stricken Han, enraged, charged Lao, but was also cut down. Tiger and Shio's mother were captured, leaving Shio vulnerable. But then, Pa, consumed by vengeance for his father's murder, intervened, buying Shu precious seconds to secure the ledger and escape. Lao, without hesitation, murdered Pa. A day later, notices plastered across the city announced the execution of criminals, Tiger and Shu's mother, falsely accused. The ledger was their last hope. On the day of execution, a small crowd gathered. Shu, with dramatic flair, interrupted the ceremony, publicly denouncing Lao as a fraud, exposing his myriad illegalities. The crowd, enraged, chanted for Lao's downfall. Lao unleashed his army, but half the civilians revealed themselves as Tiger's loyal workers, plunging the arena into a chaotic battle. Tiger and Shu's mother fought Ming, while Shu cornered Lao in a nearby shed. Shu, now fighting with renewed conviction, matched Lao blow for blow until a swinging log struck Lao, causing him to vomit blood, finally ending his reign of terror. Outside, Lao's forces lay defeated. Emperor Shang arrived, presented with the undeniable proof of Lao's corruption in the ledger. Lao was imprisoned, and the emperor, with a playful jest about borrowing money from Tiger for the treasury, brought a much-needed moment of lightness, ending an era of darkness. To discover what further adventures await them, Follow our new channel, Series Recapped, for the next thrilling installment. In a world shadowed by ruthless tyranny, a legend was forged not through steel, but through skin transformed into impervious copper. Our story ignites with Fang, a Shaolin prodigy, undertaking his ultimate trial, facing an onslaught of deadly wooden dummies in a pitch-black cave. But these weren't ordinary training tools. They moved, they attacked, and when Fang uttered his name, they unleashed a furious assault. Yet, Fang unveiled a secret technique, his skin hardening into gleaming copper, rendering him immune to their relentless blows. Moved through the wooden storm like a phantom, shattering each dummy with a merciless precision. Just as triumph seemed assured, the broken pieces coalesced, forming a colossal wooden titan, a monster of splintered wood intent on crushing him. Fang, with cunning as sharp as his skills, exposed the hidden ropes, revealing the monk's grand illusion. Proclaimed a legendary master, Fang returned to his village, yearning for peace. But peace was a distant dream under Mayor Ardo, corrupt tyrant who let the poor starve, ruthlessly silencing anyone who dared to beg for mercy. Fang reunited with his childhood friend, Joe, a humble fish seller. Their joyful reunion shattered by a monstrous clawed man attacking an innocent. Fang intervened, swiftly capturing the beast. But the clawed man, agile and cunning, escaped Fang's grip after a pulse-pounding chase through the city streets. The pursuit ended in a public confrontation, only to be interrupted by Fang's furious mother, scolding him for risking his life, allowing the villain to vanish. That night, rebels plotting against Ardo were ambushed by a rain of flaming arrows, their plans betrayed. The clawed man, Ardo's loyal assassin, ruthlessly impaled their leader. Meanwhile, Fang endured his mother's punishment, submerged in icy water. His penance ended just as a frightened girl named Mai, fleeing kidnappers, sought refuge in his home. Fang, ever the protector, deceived her pursuers, but his fiancée's sister witnessed Mi's presence and, consumed by jealousy, vanished without a trace. Joe, frantic, revealed their father, the captured rebel leader, was missing. Ling held a secret book, entrusted by her mother, containing truths that could shatter Ardo's reign. Fang, believing the city's ruthless gang leader, Sean, had taken Ling, confronted him in a brutal street fight. Fang emerged victorious, but Sean, amused, denied any involvement. Ling reappeared, refusing to explain her absence, kicking Fang out of their home in a fit of rage. Ardo, however, now knew about Ling and the book, ordering her immediate capture. While Fang desperately sought to reconcile with Ling, the clawed man reappeared, cornering them. It was then revealed Mai was Sean's daughter, fleeing a family dispute. Sean, grateful Fang, unknowingly protected his child, revealed Ardo had imprisoned Ling and her father. Ling's father, tortured mercilessly, fearing Ling's death, tragically took his own life to prevent Ardo from using him as leverage. Fang arrived too late, witnessing Ling held hostage. Enraged, he unleashed his Copperman technique, becoming an invincible force, cutting down guards with ease. But Ardo's assistant threatened Ling, forcing Fang to retreat. Ardo, furious at his failure, summoned Hemo, a master assassin, and the clawed man's father, who secretly served Ardo only because he held the cure for his son's deadly illness. Fang received a letter, a trap from Ardo's men. He met them, offering a fake book, but the deception failed. The clawed man attacked, and Hemo struck with a deadly poison. Fang's mother, a guardian angel, appeared just in time, saving him. The clawed man retreated, his father wounded. Ardo's assistant, seizing Fang's weakened state, ordered his execution, but a masked warrior, Sean, intervened, saving Fang and tending to his wounds. Fang, recovering, discovered the true location of the rebels' book. The clawed man, seeking a final showdown, challenged Fang to a death battle. Fang, knowing Ardo manipulated them, pleaded for peace, but the clawed man's resolve was absolute. Fang, enraged, unleashed his full power, defeating him with the Copperman technique, but sparing his life. Sensing a good heart beneath the monstrous facade, the clawed man returned home to find his father dead, grief-stricken. Joe, distraught by Link's torture, offered Ardo the real book for her freedom. But Fang arrived, stopping the exchange. A fierce battle erupted, Fang's mother and Sean skillfully rescuing Ling as Ardo's guards swarmed them. In the chaos, Ardo tried to kill Fang, but Ling sacrificed herself, taking the fatal blow. Joe, witnessing his sister's death, charged Ardo only to be effortlessly struck down and killed. Fang, losing both his love and best friend, descended into a copper-fueled madness. He used his invincible technique, but Ardo, master of the Iron Fist, broke through Fang's defenses, leaving him vulnerable. Fang's mother and Sean were captured. Ardo, now holding all the cards, was about to deliver the killing blow when the clawed man, consumed by vengeance for his father's death, attacked Ardo with furious speed. But Ardo's Iron Fist proved too powerful, ending the clawed man's life. Fang, outmatched and broken, fled, leaving his captured allies behind. Ardo unleashed his guards, determined to erase Fang. Hiding with Mai, Fang learned of his mother and Sean's impending public execution. With a newfound resolve, he returned. Mai revealed herself, exposing Ardo's lies and unleashing an entire rebel army. Chaos erupted. Ardo, seeking a final confrontation, drew Fang to an abandoned building. The battle was brutal. Ardo's years of experience in Iron Fist style dominated Fang, nearly crushing him. But Fang, with a desperate surge of wit, activated a hidden trap, surprising Ardo and delivering a devastating blow. Avenging Ling and Joe, the rebels, led by Sean and Fang's mother, defeated Ardo's remaining forces. The Emperor's minister arrived, receiving the secret book from Fang, which exposed Ardo's every crime. Ardo was imprisoned for life, and Sean, despite his past, was appointed the new mayor, a testament to his change of heart. And so, the legend of the Copper Warrior who faced an army and brought down a tyrant concluded.